get some space. Let's do some space. Just gotta get some missiles going. Without, yeah, we'll do 1100. And then let's see, raging. I'm running out of filaments. See if there's any available. Oh. I've got an electrical and a couple darks at least. All right.
Warp drive active.
I never reloaded. Oh, you know what I need to do? Okay, I'm not in my expensive clone, just in case. Get some ambient light going. Let's go ahead and jump on in. This should be a pretty easy one. Nobody to newt me or web me. Just some big boys. Unused skill points. Right, got my one kill. Not enough. Oh, he's way out there too. Shit. Well, take the opportunity to reload my guns. Tap on the other booster for a minute. Pretty quiet one. Not too bad. Step. Easy. 4 minutes. Good timing. Next. Oh, you were already on one number. Better take that. I'm gonna start taking some serious damage, probably. Targeting my drones. Jerks. Nope, on that one. Now they're on me. I don't understand is when it's a station, like I do one cycle, it's a stationary thing. It shouldn't, I shouldn't have to cycle it more than once. They repping him? Yeah, they are. Repping him more than I can kill him. Okay. Gotta get this tingling Kiki. Kill him. There we go.
What are you doing?
What's going on, man? I'm just playing some Eve since I'm all on my lonesome. What are you doing? Eve is a spaceship MMO.
Cool.
A module has run out of charges.
I was about to play some buddy who's taking his sweet time hopping on.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting here wondering where Blix is.
Yeah, that's funny. Especially on a Sunday night before a weekend. Surely he doesn't work tomorrow.
Why would he? How could he prioritize anything besides me?
You're right, exactly. Also, I just am begging that he's not Walgreens, he's
Oh, he is Walgreens right now. Yeah.
it is Walgreens right now.
Mhm.
Oh, was he something else before?
When he was doing his like intern hours or whatever, he was at a different pharmacy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But he's been Walgreens ever since.
Yeah. He's nothing if not loyal.
Right?
Yeah, it's a quiet night tonight. It's weird. It's like right before a holiday. Nobody's really on. I guess some people just don't celebrate Memorial Day, you know?
Exactly. What the heck? That's wild.
How am I on time? Almost 12 minutes. Cool.
Want to stream Eve? I'll see what's up.
Yeah, I'm live on Twitch right now.
Oh, very well.
Let's see what it's all about. It's not everybody's cup of tea.
Like,
It's a little
"Yo,
different.
You want to see my thing? Come support my channel.
You subscribed, you might as well get your money's worth.
You're right. You're right. No ads.
I know. I hate the ads that I don't get to choose.
Makes sense.
That's the wrong way. Alright. Lancer, Deep Watcher, Squirts. Easy enough. I'll just go ahead and orbit that. There we go. Didn't register that I was here at first.
I was like looking at the thing and it said 0 viewers.
Oh yeah, it does it all the time. It's really weird how they decide like what is a viewer and stuff.
Right.
I wish I understood it better. Take a second. So pockets can. Back to him. So this is the kind of MMO, like it's a pretty big MMO, honestly. There's about maybe 30,000 people that play.
Oh, wow,
And it's kind of a choose your own adventure thing. There's a whole lot of stuff that you can do. Ooh. It's actually some pretty good loot. So right now I'm doing like some PvE, like instanced stuff.
just flying around the galaxy.
Yeah, well this is what's called like abyssal space. So I'll kind of go over what that is and stuff. But think of, so like Eve is huge. When I get out of this, I'll show you. I'm on a
Galaxy.
I'm on a timer and stuff. Yeah, it's got a huge galaxy. There we go. One down, 3 to go. Yeah. What is this? Stasis web. That'll be good.
A module has run out of charges.
This is kind of like the only instanced stuff that you can do. Everything else is open. And PvP happens like the whole time, basically.
Cool. People pretty brutal, or
Generally, they're pretty like. That's just the nature of the game.
right?
So there's that turns a lot of people off. Like Justin doesn't like the idea of like being able to get ganked anywhere, and like nothing can be done about it. It's like, yeah, I get that. You know, it sucks, but there's plenty of ways to get around it or to avoid it and stuff. And sometimes it's unavoidable. But it's also part of like the excitement of the game, because you can turn around and try to do that to somebody else too. Right, shut that down. Yeah, that's it. Zoom in and see my ship instead of zooming out so far. Oh, I'm super good on time. Yeah, it's a pretty game. It's like a really pretty game. There we go. Okay, pull my drones in. And get out of here. All right. Where is home? There it is.
Warp drive
All right.
active.
So basically, in this game you are a pilot, right? and you can create your character and stuff. And you start with like the most basic stuff. And you start with 0 skill points. And then as you pick and choose your skills, so I've got a bunch queued up here. It's just like a period of time. So you accrue skill points at a rate of like so many per second, and you accrue them even while you're offline. So you queue up your skills, and then 24 hours a day, 7 days, blah blah blah. Like that skill is being churned away. You can buy like boosters and stuff to augment your attributes. Dave, thanks for the sub, buddy. I am the best streamer. I'm the best streamer of all time. How you doing, man? So you can like augment your attributes, and your attributes affect like certain skills. So randomly, this like ice harvesting drone skill, the primary attribute is memory. The secondary is perception. So if those 2 skills are higher, that skill will accrue faster. Let's see attributes. Okay. So you got your 5 base attributes right here, and you can augment them with implants or drugs and stuff like that. And then there's like skill boost things that you can actually pay real money for and stuff. So there's that, like the basic idea of that. So you start as a pilot, and you start in somewhere in the middle here. If I could guess, I think it's right around. Let's see, where is the forge? Okay, so it's like right around here-ish. And each of these dots is a solar system. And each solar system has a security rating, starting at 1.0 being the highest, and that means like there's actually like NPC police, right? So like if you do a hostile activity on another player, NPC police show up and they kill you. Now it doesn't mean that you can't kill a player. It just means that like, you know, you're gonna get killed, right? So like it's the safest space, but it's not 100% safe, right?
Right, because someone could still just run around murdering
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
Okay.
So going from 1.0 down to 0.5, that's called high security space. So between 1.0 and 0.5, so like this one right here is 0.5, that's where the NPCs will show up. Any from 0.4 to 0.0 is called low security space. Ooh, I don't know why it whites out like that. Low security space is police don't show up, but the gates, so there's warp gates. So to travel between solar systems, you go to what's called a warp gate.
Warp drive active.
So like basically the ship's propulsion systems are only capable of like navigating inter solar system. So you can warp between planets and stations within a solar system, but travel between solar systems. Use these things called warp gates. You warp to them. You can see there's some bad guys there, but they're just NPCs. So you warp to this gate. This gate will take me to the next solar system, essentially. So in a low security space, there's no NPCs to show up and like kill you if you're hostile to a player, but the warp gates have guns on them, and those guns, like, you're flagged, basically. It's like you played World of Warcraft, right?
Right.
It's like you get that PvP flag timer if you're like, so it's the same kind of thing. Like, you're PvP flagged, but it's, I don't remember how long it is. I think it's 3 minutes. And if you try to go through a gate while you're flagged, the gates have guns, and the guns will try to shoot you and kill you. From 0.0 down is called null security space, and it is anything goes. So this is negative 0.2, right? And the system I'm in is, I think, negative 0.4. Yeah, negative 0.4. So anything goes in this area of space. No, there's like, nobody's gonna police you except for the people that own the space. So this goes to like sovereignty. So this game has like its own lore system. There's four main factions that they own like the high sec space, the high security space. So any of these high security spaces, we could go to like.
They're owned by someone.
Yeah, they're owned by the NPC like lore where does it show? I don't remember where it shows. But like any one of those 4 major factions own that space. And then when you get out to null security, the player factions can actually own the space. They can like anchor up like their own stations, and so like my alliance owns the space that I'm in, and they pay fuel and stuff to upkeep this stuff. And so that's what leads to like the PvP side of things. There's this huge, it's called like faction, it's not faction warfare, that's its own thing, but like sovereignty basically.
Yeah, there's competition.
Yeah.
Like own space and stuff.
And you can see like it's actually like mapped live. Here, I'll drop this in a DM to you. There you are. It's like this is a map of the game, and like each of those colors is like an alliance of some level that owns those solar systems. And the borders are constantly like pushing and shoving. Somebody made a video not too long ago that showed like the evolution of the game's
Time lapse.
ownership. Yeah.
Wow.
It was really cool. So that's like the game status in itself. Like the game has a living economy. So stuff, a lot of these prices are determined by players, but there's the developers actually employ like economists and stuff to make sure that the economy in this game is like managed properly. So prices don't crash and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And there's like all sorts of services you can do. So for example, like I could buy something in another part of space and then have it like pay for a courier to bring it out to me. And then there's people that like there's pirates that will kill those couriers. Yeah, they're players that will take a contract for an amount of money and they load it into their ship. It's comes prepackaged for them. They load it in their ship. If they open it, it voids the contract and they lose the payout and stuff. But the other player loses the items. And then if they deliver it successfully, they get the payout. So there's like there's a whole like player base in this game that's how they enjoy the game. Like they're just courier runners. And then there's like players that run the system, that run the markets. And they just sit there and they trade goods and stuff back and forth to accrue money, just like stock market brokers. There's
stock market in a game.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, there's pirates basically that will like. There's high sec pirates that will try to kill those couriers. Right, so when your ship blows up, it drops. Some items are destroyed and some items are kept. And so on the off chance that the item is kept, like the pirates will blow up these things. You can scan other ships' cargo and see what they're carrying. So if they're carrying like super high value stuff,
then they're high target.
Then they're super high target. Yeah.
Wow.
There's ways to get around. So corporations can declare war on each other. And what a declaration does is it basically means that as long as that player that you're targeting is in the corporation that your corporation's declared war on, you can attack them in high security space and not get penalized. Because you're at war. So there's
right, because it's like an active war, and so
yeah,
high sec respects that active
exactly
declaration of warfare, and so you can.
And there's
battles in high sec space.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty interesting. So then there's a corporation called Black Flag. They're kind of like the trolls of the game, and they declare war on like all these null sec corporations, and then they sit in like the high traffic areas where people trade. And they just wait for people to be traveling through in these corporations, and then they snipe them, and then they take their stuff. And they don't get penalized for it because they've declared war, but they declare war on everybody.
So those guys are the dicks of the.
Yeah, they're the trolls. Like nobody likes them, But if that's your cup of tea, like join Black Flag, and you can participate in that kind of stuff. There's mining. So like in each system has its own celestial bodies. So every solar system has a set of planets with, I think there's 7 types of planet. They can be barren, storm, like ice, water, gas, and they're all like manifested in the game. You can go to them. I'll warp to this one. And then not only do they have planets, but they also have asteroid belts. And the asteroid belts have like rare minerals and stuff in them. And so you can go and you can mine those rare minerals, process them down to like the raw resource, and then those resources are used in the crafting. So then you can turn and sell that resource on the market. There's the planet.
Holy cow.
And it's animated, like you can see. Yeah. And then with the planets themselves, they added a couple years ago. They added what's called planetary industry. So you can set up like resource extraction on the planets.
Wow.
So on a lava planet, like a lava planet has certain types of resources. You can set up like a little base and extract them. You have to launch them into space. You have to pay taxes on it. And then like that's another set of like resources that's used in crafting. So if you want to be like an industrialist or whatever, like there's a whole game for that too.
Holy cow.
And then yeah, it's really cool. It's what draws me is it's like but it's not just handed to you, right? Like there's a little bit like there's some quests that you can get like in stations. You can like talk to agents and they'll give you a little mission and stuff, but it's not like super fleshed out. So it's very much like you kind of have to create your own content. So it's like it's not handed to you.
Decide, oh, I'm gonna be a courier until I accrue enough resource that I can start doing other things, and
yeah,
you can like work towards.
Exactly. So here's an asteroid belt. So you can see like this is Pyroxeres, and it has like this is what it reprocesses into. For every 100 units, you get this much of these two things, and then every so often, pirates like pirate NPCs will show up, and the mining ships are generally like helpless generally. So like now it's like this whole game of cat and mouse where it's like you need to have a ship that can fight the pirates but then also mine, and then so like you can do it in a fleet, so you can group up with people, and some people will bring like their own defensive ships and so on and so forth. There's ice belts.
Can you control more than one ship?
At one time, no. You can have you can have tons of ships.
One of you has to be the mining ship actually gathering the resources, and one of you has to be the defensive ship that's actually like keeping the pirates at bay.
But even then, like, so there's tiers of ships, right? So like
request accepted.
I just docked up. So like this is the tree of like all the different ships separated by faction. So if we looked at like the starting ships, if it'll open up. So like the starting ship is like this very first ship here, this little Corvette. Right, there's a Corvette for every faction. So depending on the character, your character's faction, like you get a ship type, right? And it's just this tiny little like Corvette. It's a tiny little ship. And you can put like weapons on it, or you can put mining lasers on it. It's not a very like, it's not a very strong ship. It's a good like ship to learn in, but eventually, you build your way up out of it. So then you get into like frigates, which are not much bigger, but they're a little bit bigger and they're a little more capable. And then you get destroyers and then cruisers and so on and so forth. And then eventually you can specialize in what's called these ore ships. And the ore ships, like, there's like the dedicated miners, like these exhumers, which like they mine like crazy. Like they suck the minerals out of these asteroids like super fast, but they're not super, they don't have fittings for guns. But then like these command ships, like this Orca, has enough like bonuses in it that you can put defensive drones in your ship, and like most NPC pirates, this ship can handle like while also mining. So like there's like a tier, like a way to like build yourself up out of like not really having to worry about pirates.
And so that ship you were looking at, that would be your ship, or that would be like a ship that you have on your cruiser that you can.
That would be the ship. So this would be the ship that you would fly out there. So like each ship individually is a ship that you pilot. So I'm in this little thing. It's called a Gila or a Gila, right? So this is just its own little cruiser. And then I have like this whole hangar of ships that I can choose from. So I don't have one of those Orcas, but do I have one of my exhumers here? I don't think I do. But like, here's a
So you're docked up. Where are you docked up at? Like your faction's home base?
yeah. It's called a keep star. It's like a giant station. Like this is like a little frigate, tiny little thing. It's a little PvP
Right.
ship. And then I also
Okay,
have
so you can own multiple ships and
Mhm.
you can do whatever you want with those, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you're only flying one ship.
correct. You can only have one. I mean, and you can
Is there actual like dogfight combat?
kind of. It's not the kind of combat you would expect or that you would be looking for, like some people would.
Right,
Let
if they're
me.
looking for, like,
Yeah.
dogfighting, flying, and whatever.
Yeah, it's a little bit more. I don't know how to describe it. I'll show you. It's not quite like what people think of when they picture like dogfighting. Like take those out just in case I die. It's still like pretty active combat. So actually, before let's see if I can. No, I didn't have important time. So each ship is unique in that like it has its own set of statistics. So it's got like its own bonuses based on skill levels in certain types of ships, and then it has a roll bonus also determined by the ship. And then they also have their own attributes which determine like ships have shields, and then they have armor, and then they have structure, and they have resistances in each of those per like ship.
Okay.
And then they also have like different capacitor to like power their things. They have different what's called hard points and stuff, and so like this has five high slots is what they're called. And so like I can put 5 things that fit in a high slot on this, and then it has 6 mid slots and 3 low slots, and then each ship is different in all of those configurations. So there's a lot of customization.
Wow.
And then you can see like down here at the bottom, this is like the ship's my loadout basically. Right, so if I go back to that asteroid field or asteroid belt, so like my guns are right here, and then I have some like shield stuff. I have a little propulsion thing. It's like my afterburner, so I can turn that on to go faster. And then the rest of these are passive mods, so like clicking on them doesn't do anything. And you can see, hopefully we'll see the red from the NPC pirates. Yeah, here we go. So there's 3 NPC pirates, and then each ship size category is determined by like the chevrons. So like this, oh, did they just warp away? Really? Those bastards. Go to the next one.
Warp drive active.
But basically, so like the modulars are what you activate, right? So you don't really have as fine control over your ship in if like as opposed to like Battlefield or something where like you're flying.
Right, so it's a bit.
It's like
a
direct
bit more
input.
like a stat check and a rock paper scissors fighting.
Kinda, yeah. There's a lot of variables that come into play, but like
Right,
you
it's
can
like
see,
it's more like rock paper scissors lizard Spock than
yeah, kind of.
kind of thing. But
They're like so far away from me, right? I can target them up, so I'll target these guys up. I'm gonna start flying towards them. I'm gonna turn on my defensive stuff. You can see they're coming at me. This guy's shooting me. I'm gonna unload my drones because this is a drone ship. So I have these 2 little things out here. And then I'm gonna put my drones on them. My drones are gonna attack them. And they killed him. They kill him pretty quick. Go to him. Okay, I'm gonna keep approaching that guy. So I can set my speed, but generally, like you want to, unless you're like super serious, like PvP kind of stuff, you're max speed all the time, right? Drones are doing all the work. And then you can orbit. I can orbit this guy. It's gonna be easier to click him, and that'll give me like some semblance of control. But it's a lot of like activating modules and letting the module do the work, as opposed to like directly targeting and stuff.
right.
And then like that was 4 like super easy mobs to kill, so it's not like very impressive, but you get the idea.
Right. So it was like you've built that ship so that it's drone powered.
Warp
Mhm.
drive active.
Yeah, and that's also dictated by its statistics. So like the traits that it has, its roll bonus gives it 500% bonus to medium drone damage and 250% bonus to their hit points. So like its bonuses yield it, like push it into that, like you should use drones with this ship.
You're right. Exactly.
And then there's stuff like they actually have like PvP events. There's not one right now, but like you can basically sign up for like one-on-one fights and like 2v2s and 3v3s and stuff, and so you can be with a fleet and like they put you in an arena and you fight and it's like a tournament. It's kind of cool.
That's nice.
And then there's just like generic PvP, right? So like we're in nullsec, so an enemy ship could show up at any time. He's either looking for a fight or he's passing through or he's scouting for somebody else. And so it's like you can see down here in this little chat window, all these blue tags mean that they're friendly. And if there's anything that's not blue or green, then it's like that's a hostile. Anything that's not blue is hostile. Is essentially how you look at it.
You're at the factions.
Yeah,
main
we're
base.
in our like home base, but we see enemies here all the time. It probably wouldn't take me long to like go find a hostile.
Just because people are dumb and they're running through
And they're just like it's how they're creating their content is just like going into enemy space and trying to get easy kills. So another thing about this game too is that like the monetary value inside the game, so it's called ISK, is like the currency. Interstellar credits. You can pay real money through the developers to get what's called the pilot's license extension, and
Okay.
you can trade those in game for game time, for playtime. And there's also a function of like being able to sell those for ISK. So there's a direct like correlation between like the in-game currency and real money.
Wait, so you can't just play this game whenever you want? Like you have to like.
Well, you can, but like it's a subscription, right? It's an MMO. So you pay $15 a month, or if you're really good and like really busy in this game, you can actually fund your game time with in-game activities. Like if you earn enough ISK, you can buy the pilot's license extension and like
Right.
and turn that in and get a month of
Game
game time.
enough. Then they essentially built a way that you could like fund your playing of that game.
Yep.
In game.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
It's pretty neat. Like you can, a lot of people like don't stay on one account. They run like multiple accounts, and then they'll
Sure.
do like multi-controlled like mining operations and stuff, and they can actually earn a pretty good income as far as like the game is concerned, where they can pay for 2 or 3 or 4 accounts just with their gameplay. So they're not even paying to play the game, really.
Wow.
But what's cool is like this offers like a direct correlation between like in-game cost and real life cost, because we know like okay, let me see if I go into their store.
I mean,
like-
it's like, okay, cool. If it's $15 a month, then I can work a half an hour and pay for my gameplay. Or if I play this game enough and I just enjoy what it does, then you can just get it for free.
Yeah, exactly. So like right here, they call it an Omega account, because they have like you can play this game for free up to a point. You're limited to like 5 million skill points, and then it limits the kinds of ships you can fly. If I open up this ship tree, anything that's like past this Omega symbol is gated. So like you have to be an Omega account to be able to fly any of these other ships. And the same here too. Like you can fly the basic ships, but anything above these symbols, like they're locked to you. And then there's certain skills that are locked. I don't think the skills will show. Yeah, they don't. There's skills that are locked behind Omega and stuff, but you can still play this game for free, and you can get like a not bad experience out of it. Enough that you would like be able to decide like, do I want to pay for this or do I not?
Do I want to pay for this? See, because
Yeah.
that's always been the like benchmark for me. Like I never can tell whether it's like anything is going to be a game that I like really want to play, and so it always hurts to like pay $20, $30, or new games $60 to like get a game that I'm like, do I want to play this game?
Yeah. Do I even like this game?
Yeah, do I want to spend $60 to like? So that's always kind of been like a gate for me, which is why I was talking to a buddy and like I'm thinking about getting like Game Pass, because that'll get me like
A bunch of games for $3 or
Right.
whatever. Yeah.
for essentially like free, especially when it's like, okay, cool, even if even if I just buy Game Pass for the sole purpose of playing one of the many, many games that are on the Game Pass, like, it still, like, would be better if I'm gonna, say, play this game using Game Pass for 2 months, 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
That usually, if I wanted to own the game, it's $60, but instead I can pay $30, and since I know there's a good chance I'm never gonna, like, play the game again after I've finished it, then that would, like, get me a chance to play the game.
Yeah.
Like, things like that I've thought about, like, but, you know, the big thing for me has always just been, like, I'm like, do I really want to go and spend a ton of money to get this game to maybe like it, you know?
Yeah, I feel the same way. Especially with how, like, hit and miss it is, right? So anyway, so, like, you can see that the 1 month of game time costs what they call 500 Plex, the pilot's license extension or whatever. And then you can look on this market out here. Markets are determined by, like, regions. So out here in space, you can buy so many of them for like 4.8, we'll say 4.8 million, which equates to like 2.4 billion. So 500, so a month worth of game time is a 2.4 billion ISK. So then you can, it's like, okay, that breaks out. That's like $15 is that much. And then when your ship is blown up, it does a kill report. And it shows like the total estimated value of your ship, the loss. So people play for like killing high value and losing low value. And
Right.
there's actually like a
Well, if I can use a small ship or a small account or whatever to kill like something that gives me a ton of ISK,
Mhm.
it's like a trade.
Exactly. And they calculate like there's a website that like totals it all up per account. So you can see like you can look up any active player and be like, "Oh, this person has destroyed like 40 billion ISK, but they've lost 90 billion ISK." So they're either still new or they're really really bad at like that cost
At their,
difference.
like, cost.
Yeah. And so people play for that like super hard. And there's ways to like cheese it. But so there's PvP, right? There's PvE. There's stuff called wormhole space. So like this local chat it exists in like in real space, in normal space. And then if you go into wormhole space, like they're classified from 1 to 6, and then based on the number, like the different types of anomalies and stuff exist in there. So you get like more money based on the size, but from 1 to 6 for like the rarity of the minerals that are in there, or the difficulty of the fights that you get in there, or you know, stuff like that. Like it all varies, but it's like a class 1 wormhole nets you less money generally if you're playing in that than a class 6.
Right.
But in wormholes, there's no local chat visible. Like you can't see who's in there. So it's like a whole different way of like detecting players and stuff. Because with this, like I can look in local chat and be like, oh, there's an enemy in here. I need to be careful. But if I'm in a wormhole,
Right.
there's no list. So it's like, there could be somebody here. I have no idea. So you play like a whole different way. And then there's different anomalies. So like there's like combat, like PvP sites, or PvE sites rather, which is like doing, I don't even know, like not even a dungeon because they're instanced, but
Right.
just like going out and fighting like a group of mobs, right? Like any of these combat sites that you can see on this list, like I could warp to that, and then it spawns like waves of enemies that you kill, and you get money for killing them, and you get loot for killing them, and then you come back. And there's like ore sites and stuff, so that's got like different types of ore that you can warp to. And then what I was doing when you showed up is called abyssals. And what abyssals are kind of like, they're kind of like wormholes in their own sense. So there's like wormhole space, and then there's abyssal space. Wormholes exist as anomalies in real space that you scan and discover and like enter, and it gives, and like it puts you in a whole different area. with Abyssal Space, you have to get this item. Let's see, inventory. Called a filament. These. And Abyssal Space is rated from 1 to 6 also. 0 to 6 actually. 0 being the easiest, 6 being the hardest. And there's like five or six different types of space. So there's dark, electrical, exotic, etc., etc. And each of those have like they're in the environment, and each environment has different bonuses and like debuffs. So like an electrical Abyssal Space, there's what's called an electrical storm, and it reduces your electrical resistance, but it gives you a bonus to your capacitor. So it's like you pick one that's like, okay, this kind of fits the build that I went with my ship, and it makes it, you know, I work in this in this space. So you use this filament out in space. It opens up a portal and pulls you in. And it starts a 20-minute timer. And there's 3 rooms that you have to clear. So in each room you have to clear all of the NPCs, and then a gate opens. And then you take that gate into the next room until you get to the 3rd room, and then the 3rd room like puts you back in real space. If you're still in that space when that 20 minutes expires, the wormhole collapses, you lose your ship, you lose your clone. So you die.
Right.
And you can't get anything back. So it's like kind of a higher risk, but there's no chance of you, like you're in an instance at that point, so there's no chance of you encountering another player. But it leaves
Right, it leaves it basically. It's fully. Are you good enough to like escape this PVE?
And then the only drawback is that it leaves like that wormhole in real space, so other players could find it and camp it and wait for you to come out of it.
Oh yeah, and just take your stuff. Or...
It'll kill you. But yeah, that's like there's just a bunch of stuff, and like the different classes of ships allow you to do different things, right? If you're in a battleship, you can take on bigger ships. You have a lot more hit points. You have a lot bigger guns. But like the smaller ships, like the frigates, are a lot harder for you to hit. So like battleships have died to frigates, like super commonly, because they just have no way to deal with them. So it's all like a balancing act of like finding the ship that you want to do the thing in. It goes all the way up to Titans. And Titans are super cool. They're really expensive in game right now, so they're really only used as like a utility.
Wait, right now is in like the economy that's been constantly.
It's a factor of difference.
Right.
And they're like never deployed in combat generally. Like if they're brought to combat, it's like that's a fight. Like that's a big fucking fight. Right. They call it the super capitals. Like putting super capitals in that fight is like a big escalation. So it's from there it's like generally a matter of like who's got more. So nobody really wants to be the first to like throw a Titan into a fight.
Right.
And the same with like carriers and dreadnoughts. Like any of these giant ships, like they're always held back in reserve as like a response mechanism as opposed to being the first to throw them in. But there's all special classes of ships. There's ships that can cloak. There's ships that can like be a jump portal. So like that Stargate that goes between systems, they can open up like their own wormholes and jump multiple systems, send other ships through and stuff. There's ships that will, let's see, I think it's called the Curse. Yeah, this ship gets bonuses to what's called a neutralizer or a Nosferatu. That sucks the capacitor out of your ship. So like this ship is designed to just suck the capacitor out of another ship and make it useless. There's each faction has like their different types of guns. So like this faction is lasers. And they're all stylized in their own way. This faction uses lasers. This faction tends to use missiles and torpedoes and stuff. This faction uses like hybridized like depleted uranium and stuff, and then this faction uses like solid projectile weapons. And then yeah, just kind of like size and type and stuff, it all varies. But again, it's all just a gradual progression. Like you could pick Like, I want to fly a Marauder when you very first start. And then, like, each ship is like, this is what it requires of skills before you can even fly it, let alone, like, equip it. So it's like, okay, well, this Minmatar Battleship 5 it's like 47 days of training, of skill time. Just that one skill, right?
Right.
So it's like getting to there. It's like it's a couple months of waiting before you can even fly this.
That's crazy. That it's. You know what blows my mind is that these kind of games just exist, and most people have no idea they ever existed.
No, this game came out in 2003. It's not even a new game.
Gosh, yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, it's just gnarly.
So let's see. Let's fire up another. Man, I don't have any other exotics, but I can fly a Gamma. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's do a Gamma. So I'll do a Gamma Abyssal. Tier 4. Let's see, got enough missiles. Drones are fine.
Are you playing League of Legends, sir?
Me? I am.
Hello?
Oh, it's Jeff. What's up, dude?
Are you playing League of Legends, sir?
No, why the fuck would I be playing League of Legends?
I don't know. You, like, hover over flipping it. Tell me what you see.
Oh, that's Snazzy that's playing that, bro.
Yeah. No, it's me.
Wait, are you wearing your headset? You sound like you're chatting across the room.
I'm on my laptop.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. No, he's playing League while he's watching me stream, and I'm teaching him about Eve.
It's freaking crazy.
Watch the dog. Watch.
But this game can like fucking ruin your day real quick. You fly it, you're like, ooh, I got my nice ship. It's a little expensive. Like, I'm gonna be careful, and then like one thing goes wrong, and then you lose the ship, and you're like, oh my god, that was all of my money. So there's a adage that's like, don't fly what you can't lose.
Warp drive
You
active.
turn your head to fart like a gentleman in the other side of the room, right? And then you turn back, and all of a sudden there's a tweet.
Yeah, and I've actually had that happen on stream. It's awesome. Twice, actually. The second time I got very lucky. The hell did I just get credit for?
Okay, back to my tutorial. I just want to make sure you were not playing League of Legends.
Why would you jump in and join if I was?
I mean, maybe. Yeah,
You just wanted to make sure I was on the straight and narrow, not deviating from Dota. That's all.
I mean, they're both fun games.
Yeah.
Dota is clear, but Legends.
I don't know, man. These. All right, have a good one, man. Ooh, we got a lot of them. Knights, priests, smiths, trappers. Trappers I need to kill. Smiths I need to kill. Hunters I need to kill. Turn on my other one as well. Smiths. Any more smiths? Just those two. Okay. Good old League. Oh, do I need to kill these priests first? I think I might.
A module has run out of charges.
Oops. Oops, downhill.
Well, that boy popped in just to make sure that.
But I wasn't playing League? Yeah. He's like, you playing League? No. Okay, good.
Better fucking not.
He was who I played League with when I was playing it, so I think he was just like,
Oh,
hey,
really?
are you playing without me?
Ah, I see.
Yes, I have to kill this knight. Is he also with me? He is. What a bastard.
Dang, well, I don't know where my money ended up. He messaged me at like just around just before 10 o'clock and said, "LOL?" question mark.
You like down.
And I instantly said, "Yeah, let me check with Tori real quick." And then about 30 seconds later said, "Play one without me. Gonna put a baby to sleep, but then I'll be back on." And then I said about 30 minutes later at 10:30, "Hey, alrighty, I'm here." And he didn't respond. Didn't respond. I sent him an invite to Ninjas because I was chilling here with you by then. And he
Mm-hmm.
didn't say anything. And I said finally at 11 o'clock, I was like, "Where'd you go?"
He fell asleep.
Definitely, he's passed out.
Yeah, I guess Justin hurt himself pretty bad, so he's laying down.
What do you do?
Well, he hurt his back like last week. I guess it's still really bad. I think he threw his back out and hasn't fixed it. He's getting old.
That's what he.
This one took me a little bit longer. Ooh, more than 6 minutes even. Let's go, boys. Time to jump in. No. Oh, no. I have to kill that first. Kill these dissipators. Kill these dissipators. 'Cause, 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 ' There we go. Scary for a second.
He either fell asleep or was so doped out of his mind and just forgot he asked me. That's the ultimate.
Yeah, seems reasonable. The guy that popped in here is Jeff, and it's happened to him on multiple occasions with me too. Or he plays Pathfinder with Justin and I, and he'll be so high that he's like completely zoned out, and we're like, "So Jeff, what do you want to do?" And he is just like silent on his end. I'm like, "Jeff," he's like, "Huh? What? What's going on?" Like, what do you want to do? I don't know what we're doing.
Pathfinder Kingmaker?
Just Pathfinder. Like we play online through like a web browser and stuff.
Oh. Wait, and then you mean like D&D Pathfinder?
Mm-hmm.
You'll like you have a campaign that's going online?
Yeah.
And Justin hasn't invited me.
We have
Obviously,
5 players.
I'm sure you have plenty.
Yeah, he would have, and we talked about having you invited, but we're already like stacked up pretty hard.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. I will tease him about it still though. When I see him. Because I mean, just ask him, like the amount of times that I come up, for whatever reason, we're coming up to Utah, and then him and I stay awake till like 3, 4 a.m. just talking about Pathfinder shit.
Yeah,
It's happened on numerous occasions.
he loves that game. He Magic the Gathering and Pathfinder are his like 2 things. He just cannot get enough of either of them. Oh shit, this guy's way far away from me. Actually, on these other guys real quick. Let me stretched for time on this one. I'm getting a little scared.
Because you have to finish those 5 before.
Yeah, so I've got 10 minutes left. This is room 2. I give myself 6 minutes per room. That gives me like 2 minutes of flex time generally. So I have till minute 8 that like to be on time. I need to be out of this room. I'm at 9:46 right now. I've still got these 5 to kill, and this one is a big battleship, so he's got a lot of hit points. So he's taking his time dying. He's about to pop though. Now that I'm through his shields, he's gonna die pretty quick. As long as I don't have another room like this, I should be okay shape.
A module has run out of charges.
There he goes. I gotta get my drones back over here. Quick, quick, quick. Come on, dudes, we're on a timer. Go, go, go. Blow them up.
Is that the one you play on Wednesdays, or is the in-person one the one you play on Wednesdays?
He plays an in-person one on Sundays, I think, or every other Sunday, and yeah, the one we play on Wednesdays is the online one.
Oh, okay. You don't play the in-person one with them?
No. It's one like they casually invited me to like to come chill out, but it's another full one, and it's like, people there, like I like them, but like I'm not super into playing with them, so I'm okay.
You don't need me to play.
Yeah.
At which point I'm like,
Get back in. I'm finna leave you 2 behind. Let's go. We're at 7 minutes, 7:30. Whoosh. Cutting it close.
close, yeah.
Ooh, this is another bad one. Cynaballs and the Dread Mules need to die first, I think.
This is that drone damage ship.
Yeah. The elite. All gonna neutralize me, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. Oh yeah, they are. Okay. Let's keep killing him. So there's, you can see like all the debuffs on my ship if you're watching. And like this little battery thing means they're neutralizing me. So they're gradually going to suck the life out of my capacitor if I don't kill them in time. And then if that happens, I'm dead in the water and I'm dead.
Then you basically are dead.
Yeah. I
There's-
have no shield regen. I have
Module
no
has run out of
like
charge.
propulsion. Like my drones can still fight. And like I can kind of piece it together with that. But for the most part, like
That's
my
when you're
defenses
like,
are...
Oh, I ran out on the last ship of the
Yeah.
last plane.
Exactly.
Then there's some salvaging, but
It's brutal. Come on. Okay. Now there's the small dude that's getting me, but I'm not too worried about him. Five and a half minutes. No messing around with this one.
yeah, dang. 7 guys in 5.5 minutes.
Yeah. Should be doable, but it's still gonna be pretty close. Alright, who else is with me? Echoes. Okay, I gotta get you guys gone. And so like with this, like there's these little caches, these little things out here that like you blow them up and they drop cargo, they drop loot. So it's like a dance of like, do I want to travel that far, like to get that loot potentially? Like it could be nothing, it could be something. You guys need to be killing this thing. What the fuck are you doing? I'll kill that. Alright, I think we're okay. 420. Believes it. Yeah, we're in good shape. Alright, that's close. Didn't get a lot of loot out of this one. Got another blueprints. Yeah. I got a little bit of that. That's nice. Made it. A little closer than usual, but not too bad.
Warp drive active. Docking request accepted.
Oh, it was probably hard for you to see a lot of the shit that I was showing you because I have a lot of it blurred for security.
Yeah, dude, good.
I didn't even realize. I didn't even think about it until I just looked at it. Like, oh, it's all that text is blurred out.
So that people can't see all of your
Yeah, like all the locations and like the chat, if there's any sort of like sensitive stuff being said,
Right.
just to keep from being that asshole that reveals the secrets of the world.
Right.
Stack it all. All right, let's load up and go again. Let's see, raging gamma. I don't think I have any repairs to make, right? Nope.
Warp drive active.
Woo, this is a lot of shit. All right. There's actually some really cool ships that I can't fly them. I don't have the skills, but they basically shoot like chain lightning.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool.
Kind of neat.
Like against single targets, they're kind of weak, but against like multiple small targets, they just destroy shit. Oh shit! They're eating through my shields. I didn't even notice. Just about got me.
A module has run out of charges.
shot. Ooh. Not a good one. Let's see, I need to kill you 3. 4. Bastards and their neutralizers.
A module has run out of charges.
Close at these clowns. Always these fucking ships that give me the hardest time. Okay. Whew.
A module has run out of charges.
Boom. Okay. Get out of this room. Easy. Hmm. All right, come on, let's get it going.
A module has run out of charges.
Damn, they take long enough to kill. Alright. Easy cleanup.
To give the command to a drone requires you to have an active target. A module has run out of charges. Warp drive active. Docking request accepted.
I'm gonna make sure David's not alive. Okay, let's see. You. Repair my shit now. Well, once again, for the second time.
Warp drive active.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Right off the bat. Okay, this should be another easy one. Spotlighter, Fogcaster.
But if I leave my computer watching your stream, that'll help you out, right? Like does that even do something?
I think I don't know. I don't know. I think they have like an idle timer. I'm not 100% positive.
Like if I don't message something or
Or if like your computer goes to sleep or
oh, it'll go to
yeah.
sleep eventually, but
Yeah. I ain't worried about it if you want to just
Yeah,
shut it down.
I just have no idea how Twitch monetary whatnot works, and
Yeah, I really don't either. They're not very clear on it. Or if they are, I don't know where they're clear on it.
which would by definition make them not very.
Yeah, it's fair.
That's awesome. Alrighty. Well, good luck. Don't lose your ship.
Thanks, dude. Have a good night, man.
You too.
Bye. Bow, 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 bow. We'll do this. There we go. At least this was a quick room. Doing it on my stream, or is it just happening? Not sure what's going on. This one's not gonna have any loot in it. Guaranteed. Oh, don't bounce me. Come on. Okay.
A module has
Keyboard
run
and
out of
conduit,
charges.
right? I should be okay just letting the drones do the work. Oh, it's not a bad haul this time. Friends are here, we done.
Warp drive active. Docking request accepted.
Oh my god, it's Enceladus. What's going on, Ants? How you doing? Sorry, I'm distracted trying to learn how to do PvP fits and stuff in the other monitor. Good morning, good morning. Let's stock up on some. I'm good, sipping on some coffee. I would join you if it wasn't after midnight here. That might keep me up a little bit. Get anything? No. I'm a pretty big noob, so it's you know, it's a lot to learn. I want to do cool shit in this game, but I'm stopped by my lack of knowledge.
Active.
You know what I mean? Come on, let's go. There we go. I think those wardens are bad news for me too. I don't remember. Let's go over there. Yeah, the wardens. So many webs. Rest aren't really that big of a deal. Just gonna get really shitty webs. Sounds issues, be right back. Okay, if it's me, let me know. I might have my own sounds issues. Finally. Back to full speed. That took way too long. Fire one volley off at him.
A module has run out of charges.
one cycle of overload. Get me a little farther. Of course, it damages the. Whatever. And boom. That wasn't so bad. Only took me a couple of minutes. Here we go. Room 2. Probably get both of those. Gotta kill them. Yeah, that's still not gonna take much. Maybe. Of course, no loot in that one. Why wouldn't there be? Where did my drones go? Oh my god, they killed my drones. Wasn't even paying attention to that. Pricks. Cost me a little bit. Oh well.
A module has run out of charges.
For some reason, you're the only stream I can't get sound on. Well, I better make sure that I have my sound on. Hello? Okay, it looks like my microphone's working. Let me do a test recording really quick so I can make sure. Now you have me worried. Shrink that down. Got my main audio working. Let's see. Recording really quick so I can make. Yeah, okay. So I'm. At least on my end, everything's working. Maybe I'm just special. That thing is right there. And not lootable. Spotlighter, snarecaster. Man, this is a weak room 3. You got sound. Ooh. Did you kick it or hit it with a hammer? Fly in here. Whoop whoop, motherfucker. Alright. Well, I'm glad it's not me. It would be the first time I've launched a stream and not had working sound. Yeah, that's everything. Man, that was an easy set of rooms. That took me 10 minutes in total. Alright. Try our luck at another one. I didn't really get a whole lot out of this one. Chaotic Gamma. Meh. Just changed my laptop and it went, fuck you. Yeah, it was. Is it a laptop that you use often, or is it like mine where it's tucked away for weeks at a time before without even being touched?
Docking request accepted.
All left. I don't want to eat chips on stream. All right. I have raging. I still have one raging gamma, and I have a raging electrical. So it's two left before I have to go find some more. Use it often because my PC. Oh yeah, that's right. Your power supply, right? What a mess. Do we need to do a Kickstarter for you and get you a new PC? I'll throw up a donation widget on my stream for you. You'll get dollars. Literally, maybe dozens of dollars. If even that, really. Oh, I didn't repair.
Docking request accepted.
GoFundMe would be good. Alright, yeah. We'll start a dono. We'll get you set up. You'll probably end up with a better computer than me anyway. There we go. Bonk. Okay. Alright. It's been a quiet night so far. I was kind of hoping for some
Warp drive active.
activity, but it all went down right before I got on. Some sort of... Oh, was it a Drake fleet? Yeah, it was a Drake fleet earlier. That would have been fun. Come on, there we go. Yikes. Alright. What do we have here? Starving. And tangling. Usually helps if I activate my shit. Drake, that's new. Yeah, Rots was running it. I think we have a... The only Drake I can think of actually is the Lynx one. But I'm sure there's a standard fit for it. Who else is there? A lot of anchoring dynamics. Probably one of his own fits. Don't think there's a doctrine for it. That makes sense. That's what I like about Rots, though. It's crazy. He's doing good fleets. He's really fun to fly with. I like all of our FCs. There's a oh, what was the Russian? I flew with the Russian yesterday. Konstantin. He's a good FC, but oh, he's hard to get. Like, and he does speak English, but he's so fast. And then it's like Russian and then English. Like, I was struggling just to keep up with him. Let's stick one of these here real quick. Pop it. Okay, get back on that down a bit. Might have time to run here. Good one. Okay. Let's see. All the rest of these Triglavian ships. Yeah, so far I don't think I've had any issues with any of the FCs in this Alliance. They're all really fun to fly with. None of them are like too super serious. Oh yeah, we're a lot that struggle with understanding him. His Russian and English can be hard to tell apart. Yeah. And he's like, and he just moves so fast. Like with Spicy or with Arcadius or whatever, like they're pretty, they have a pretty like even pace. So it's like you can keep up with them. Like boom, 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 boom. A line here, warp here, shattered. Maybe, I don't think so. See another one that's like that. Oh, whoops. Oh no, I'm fine. Right? Oh no, I've got the fire. I need to chill out on these. Let's go. He yells a lot and parrots what all the other FC just said. Oh, one of those. Yeah. I'm okay with, like, you know, repeating yourself a couple of times and yelling. But those couple I've seen, not necessarily here, but just in general, where they're like, they scream the same command like 16 times. It's like, I get it, you're dealing with monkeys, but like, we're not all idiots. Where's my gate? I need to orbit that. Like, just, you know, just kind of be chill. Like, we'll all pick it up. Inevitably, people aren't gonna follow it. Like, I still don't understand when they're like, you know, align here, warp here, hold on the gate, don't jump through. And then like 3, 4, 5 people like you see jump through. And it's like, how do you what are you doing? He calls people out on fleets too. That's a pretty bad thing, IMO. Not everyone makes mistakes on purpose. Yeah. It wasn't an FC that called me out on one of my first fleets. It was actually another player, and it might have been Shattered actually. But like, yeah, I made a mistake. I didn't keep up with the fleet. They warped off. I got stuck on the gate, and like I was still in grid with hostiles, and he calls me out and was like, I'm not going to blame Shattered. I don't think it was him, but there was somebody that was in the fleet that did that, and it was like, now I feel tiny. Like, I'm already full of anxiety trying to keep up with this, like, first time, but to be called out when you make a mistake sucks. And of all, like, I think it was a Kiki fleet of all things, so it's like, oof, I'm okay losing that. There we go. Is my stream light? Looks like it is. Eee. Man, major frame rate drop in this. I can deal with it being done sometimes, but it's every fucking time he's there. That's not cool. It's one of those things like, hey, focus on your own shit, dude. Like, there's no doubt that you're not flying perfect, so how about chill the fuck out and let other people, like, deal with it if it's a problem. There's enough to kill here. Confuser, Dissipator, Obfuscator, Fire Watchers, and Wardens. What's that? Okay. That's a little better frame rate. I'm not big into like the rage monster players in general in gaming either. Like, we're here to have a good time and relax for the most part. Like, there's a small percentage of the game that like they take this super seriously, but I think in general most of us are like, this is how we unwind, this is how we chill out. Like, I'm not here to deal with toxic people. Yeah, 100%, yeah. Like, I get being a tryhard. I'm a tryhard in a lot of the stuff I do, but there's a time and a place to, like, lose your cool. Oh, come on. There's no loot in that one? For real? I guess I should be locking this shit up, too, and get my drones active. My missiles aren't doing shit. Okay. There we go.
A module has run out of charges.
Minutes, not too bad. I like the group of people that we have in our corp though, and like in general in our alliance. I don't think there's any like super bad people, but in the corporation itself, like I like everybody. Well, they're a lot of fun people to play with. I love our corp. We have a really, yeah, we do. It's a really chill atmosphere. You know, I was in another small corp when I first joined the alliance, and they ended up leaving the alliance. And my buddy, son of a hippie, I'm sure you've seen him around. He joined Blob, and so I was like, well, I guess I'll stick around too if he's joining. And it's like, man, I should have joined Blob from the beginning. This is a way better, like, group of people to be around. Yeah, I'm glad I stuck around. Like, I don't know, it was more of a, like, I don't want to leave. Like, I brought all this shit out here. I've done all this mining. Like, I have all this stuff. I don't want to have to haul it out of this nullsec space and, like, back into highsec and then transition to another alliance. I don't even know where my old corp went, but it's like, I'll just join the home, the name title corporation. I had I think it was secondary. I'd interacted with him a little bit before I joined. Oh, well, thanks. I don't bring much. Like, I'm just another body. My playtime is so limited, it's hard to really contribute. But I do enjoy the times I get to play with you guys. Not a poopy blueprint. Well, let's go. Ugh, that one's too far away. Let's see, there's 2 wardens. It's just as much the personality people bring into the court, being helpful and communicating respectfully and just having fun. Yeah, I get that too. And like, you know, I do try to at least pull like the minimum requirements as best as I can. I do wish there was more I could contribute, like as far as mining or even like any sort of ops. Like, I was talking to Metro a long time ago, not a long time ago, weeks ago. I was like, hey, this is the things that I can do. I don't know if you have any need for whatever. And he was like, you're fine. Just chill out. Try to have some fun. Okay. What I'm here to do. Just be another name in the list. Oh, there's entanglers I didn't notice. Sure enough. Am I in danger? This fire cloud sucks. It's gonna suck my cap away. Like, I'd love to be able to pick up an orca and do some of those mining ops with you guys. But Ballsy's got his porpoise, so there's really not a big need for it, I guess. Training in Alton, nice. I'm trying to bring in Alton at least for like, at least as a Sino-Alt, and then maybe some other stuff. Man, it takes a long time. This is room 3. This is it. You know what? We're gonna try and go for this. I've got time, right? 6 minutes. I should be able to make it. 70, 140 by 6. Six kilometers in 10 seconds. 6. Yeah. I'm all right. Maybe about 4 or 6 minutes. So it'll be close. Let's not risk it. Let's not risk it. Let's just deal with these guys and get out safely instead of greedily. I got a lot of Got some okay loot. Not a lot of value. I haven't been getting any value out of these abyssals lately. But at least I'm getting this isogen. Yeah. So they're exclusively a filament. Like, have you ever done abyssals? So they're basically like an instanced little system with a timer on it. So they range in difficulty from 0 to 6. And yeah, you use a filament. It pulls you in. There's 3 rooms. And to move on to the next room, you have to clear all of the rats. And then in each room, there's these little caches that you can blow up, and they drop a can. Sometimes the can has loot, sometimes it doesn't. And then there's one that's always right next to the gate that's like the better loot. And then once you start the abyssal, you have 20 minutes. There's a timer up at the top. If you aren't out of the abyssal by the time runs out, the wormhole collapses, you lose your ship, you lose your clone. And you're limited to a cruiser. Cruiser's as big as you can get. But you can actually have multiple people. You can have 3 frigates, 2 destroyers, or 1 cruiser.
Warp drive active.
So I'm doing tier 4s. This FIC could do tier 5s with I think mid-grade implants. But
Docking request
tier 4 is like a safe, like I'm okay doing tier 4s. They're okay money. Average about 20 million a run. So it's not like the best money. But sometimes you stumble on, like, in the tier 4s you can get the Leshak blueprints and stuff. So I've got a couple of those. Which I don't think they directly sell for, like, good ISK, but I've made a couple that got me some good ISK. I think the ship itself sells for like 700 mil. It's so hard to get the materials though. Holy crap. It's like 400,000 isogen or something. Yeah, 417,000. That's always the one that I struggle on, is the isogen. I have everything else pretty much. Yeah, it sucks. And of course, like, there's the... What's that one ore? Is that plagioclase? Maybe it is. There's that one ore that's like a boatload of isogen, but it doesn't exist anywhere. So it's like, where do you even... Yeah, and that's basically how I've been getting my materials, is just like running sites in an Ishtar. Which, very slow going. I'd love to do some carrier ratting or stuff, or something. I don't know. But what's also cool about the abyssals is they give you these little survey. It's cool and not cool. But these are like the sleeper database stuff. So you sell them to NPCs and get straight up ISK for them. I think the nearest system that buys these is like 22 jumps away. Have to figure out a safe way to get out there and sell one. Alright, I have 1 electrical left. Is that correct? No more. I don't think this fit can do dark. Exotic electrical gamma. Yeah, no dark. Okay. Be the last abyssal probably. Unless I want to move down to tier 3s.
Warp drive active.
Oh, okay. Everything's good still. I mean, I guess I could solve my mining problem by just being a bot like some other people we know. Excuse me. Alright, what do we have? We have renewing Redivas. Those have to die. And then starving Danavic has to die first. If I can kill it, actually. Ooh, I'm in the speed cloud. No, I have standards. But I want to make money. Let's see, that's off. Well, actually, no, I can get to that. That's not too bad. You know, they were telling in the Discord, they were talking about the dudes that were the big botters or whatever selling their ISK for real money, selling like 3 or 4 trillion ISK a month. It's like I can't even fathom that amount of ISK, and they're doing that monthly. I'm over here with my like 3 bill. I'm rich. We move? What's going on here? Let's get this one too. Drones. Come on, drones. What are you doing? Yeah, I'll be able to jump back into that cloud at least. I was rich, then bought a Pally and a TF. Now I'm poor again. Yeah. I lost a Pally when I got out here. It was pretty sad. But I love Paladins. I want to buy a Vargur. I want to PvP in a Marauder. I think PvPing in a Marauder would be really fun, but that's a lot of money.
A module has run out of charges.
Big Oof needs steady income, yeah, and that's not something I have. I mean, it's steady, but it's not a lot. I'm like a couple $100 million a month at this rate. Come on, pop it. Thank you. But you know, that's where insurance fraud comes in. I need to be a little more on the ball about that. Get in some of those yeet fleets. Do you have any PI skills? I do. I actually have full PI set up, but I haven't harvested it in a minute. Come on, you know you'd be involved in some of that insurance fraud. Like get in some of those whelp fleets with like the big ships and just make sure you insure it before you lose it. And then, oh, my SRP, get my ship back, and I got the insurance payout. Easy money. It's a good little side cut. Yeah, it is. It's I was using it to oh, what did I do? Oh, I reconfigured it back when Metro was asking about fuel block stuff. So I've been producing a bunch of fuel block mats, but what I need to do is just try to make money with it instead of trying to make stuff with it. But and then also keep in mind I only run on one account. I have my alt, but he doesn't do shit right now. He's got no skills. All right. Get them in. No, he's a baby. Yeah, he's got nothing. I was like, I fired him up as a free account. I was like, oh yeah, when I'm mining, I'll just have him be my little hauler. But turned out that was a terrible idea. He's gonna get distracted and then I get killed. So better to just use the one. But now I decided it's an Omega account now, so I'll get him up and doing good person stuff. It's always when I'm inattentive. Like I'm never paying attention when something's going down. It's always, oh man, that's a lot of mute. Okay. It's always like, oh, I'm looking away, I'm checking a thing, I'm looking up like, what do I need for this thing? And then I look back and it's like, oh shit, there's a neutral one system. I need to start warping out. And then they land on grid and I'm dead. So it's like, come on, guys. Could you show up when I'm like staring at local, like waiting? No, they never show up when I'm staring. It's always when I like turn my head away. My attention span isn't always the best. Yeah. Well, and this game doesn't, it favors like the lack of attention span because there's so much to like. Oh yeah, I don't remember like what are the stats on this or what's this or like I'm gonna fuck around with fits or do this or that or whatever. Like there's so much to look at and to learn and to double check that it's to have like that singular attention span focus is really hard. Alright, who's last? Oh, there's a Tyrannus. I hate these guys. What a pain in my ass. Charybdis. And then that little dude's just orbiting in, is he? Yeah. Yeah, I constantly I have Haifa open all the time. Always checking shit. Where am I going? What the fuck am I doing? Open this cargo is what I said. Alright, no, okay, cool. I can at least loot it through the bottom. This is room 2 if I remember. Okay, at least I can get into this cloud maybe. Hive is a good little tool. It's awesome. It's so deceptive though, because it's like, I don't know. Every time I use it, I get so excited about a fit. And then I'm like, oh, that's a 3 billion-esque fit. Oh, never mind. Come on, guys. Oh, they're fighting. What are they fighting? Are they fighting the drone killer? Yes, idiots. Alright, let's get up there. But I love Pyfa. I constantly am checking out fits. I want to memorize, like I want to remember the resists on ships so bad. Like I want to, these the FCs and stuff that they're like, oh, they brought Jackdaws. We need to throw out these like Serbs or something. It's like, how do you guys have a table? Like, do you have a cheat sheet? Can I see it? I want to know how you guys know, like, because even a Jackdaws fit differently with Fraternity than it is with PanFam or something. But they just seem to know, like, so fast what to throw at them. Come on, guys, get in there. Blow that up real quick. Spies everywhere. That's probably true, too. Yeah, what was it? Spicy yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday when we had the Rorqual tackled. he called it. He pinged us for a wormhole drop with bombers. Are you top 2 yet? And I'm not even close, Dave. Come on. And so we all got in fleet, and then he sent us to a Titan, and everybody in fleet was like, a Titan? I thought you said we were going to a wormhole. And then he's like, take the bridge, guys. Spicy lied. We tackled some dreads. Let's go. And he's like watching frats pings and stuff to see how they're responding to it. It's like, all right, so the misdirection is a real thing. All right, we're gonna overheat on this guy because he's gonna take a second to kill. Oh, get back in. Ooh, shit. So I'm sure they have spies everywhere, but just to be able to do like doing fits and stuff it'd be nice to like have that knowledge of like I want to do a thing that does this and be able to like I can understand the resists and stuff, but to be able to maximize it and know like, oh yeah, the 650 autocannons are better in this application than the 450s because X, Y, or Z. Okay. Oh. Okay, cool. That timed out perfectly. Then I can kill this. Open the loot. Get the hell out of this room. Not the greatest loot though. Let's reload real quick. Why am I? Oh, because my afterburner's off. Shit, when the fuck did I do that? Good thing I paid attention. It's gonna cost me. This isn't the origin, is it? No. One more room. Oh, there's some good loot. Okay, that's better. See what some of these tier 4 filaments go for. Maybe I can sell them. Blame hippie. Dude, Darth? Where is he? Where has he been? I haven't seen or heard from him in a minute. Like, he has vanished. He has disappeared into the ether. We're gonna play it safe because I'm down to 8 minutes. Okay, these are all striking. This one's starving. Tangling Kiki, let's get it. He's been around, but not as much. Is he just like focusing on work finally? Don't really know. No. So he's doing one of those things, huh? Well, as long as he's doing well, I hope he's doing all right. It's almost not the same without his sarcastic remarks. Keeping my enormous ego in check, you know what I mean? May hit him up tomorrow. Probably not a bad idea. Just to be like, hey, are you still alive? Man, I'm taking some heavy DPS though, that's for sure. I have to start actually doing some back. Who's spinning up so hard on me? The Kikis. Yeah, it's just those Kikis are spinning up. Man. Oh, brutal. Give me something to do besides fishing, but fishing's fun. Are you shore fishing or do you, oh, no, you have a boat. That's right. We've talked about your boat. I was actually just at a sporting goods store today looking at fly rods. Trying to get back into it. Damn, this room's gonna take me a sec. And that's all I got out of that. Alright. I don't have time to go to the other two. I have a boat, but I own it, so I'm shore fishing. Dock fishing. Fair enough. Do you ever do... Are you fly fishing or are you like bass fishing? I guess I should ask before I further dig deeper. Yeah, I know. They're starting to light me up. It hurts. Alright, it hurts pretty good. Bass, okay. So I was gonna ask, shit, I'm gonna have to fucking... Sorry, I gotta focus on this one sec. It'll be incredibly embarrassing to lose this ship. The ghosting Kikis are doing a shitload of damage to me. That's what's going on. Oof, I can't burn it out. Oh, I did burn it out. Shit. Am I gonna die in this? Might die in this. Figure out how to clip it. Pug loses ship to the fishes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna die in this. I'm taking a lot of heat. These guys got spun up pretty hard. I burned out my secondary shield booster, so I'm running on fumes. Yep, I'm gonna be able to keep up. Damavic's actually not doing any damage to me. I need to leave them the fuck alone. Come on, get rid of these Kikis. Nope, I died. Oh, what a bummer. Oh well. Paid for my ship tonight, so it's a net break even. Beating rats like a pro. If I didn't do it, who would, really? Distraction level at max. That's what I get. Took it easy, didn't focus on the right targets. But pretty sure I paid for this shit before I blew it up, so could be worse. What do you do? The real bummer would have been if I had accidentally had one of my expensive clones in there, and then, oops, Oopsed it. Well, now I gotta order another ship. Let's get that going. I haven't fished in like 2 to 3 years, so it was a good day. Let's see. So what you said is you had a damn catfish that's still your favorite lure. Broke a 20-pound line to get it. Motherfucker. Dude, catfish are the worst. I hate catfish. They don't taste good, and they're not fun to fish. I'm just going to be real with you. But, yeah. I haven't fished in a long time. I grew up fly fishing with my dad. So that's like my go-to. But bass fishing is probably the next best, I think. I would be okay doing that regularly. Probably have to send my alt some money before I can make the purchase. Let's get into a ship so I don't look like such a loser. Oh, you know what we can do? We can go do some. Yeah, we can go do some sites, some data sites and stuff before the end of the night. Strung up my old rod. Finally strung up the new rod I never used after I set it up. Yeah, it sounds like fishing. Buy the expensive rod that you never string up and stop fishing for a while once you've bought it. All right, let's see. Things to buy is this. See how much I'm out. Spent all afternoon on the dock with my old Zipco closed reel and open reel. I can't really use it with my light year lures. Is that because of the open reel cast, or is there something else that I'm not picking up on open reels and light lures? $615 million. Holy shit! What got so expensive? Why is this? What am I looking? None of this. This doesn't add up to 615 million. Oh, the shield boost amplifier is expensive. It's just a bigger rod overall, and the light lures aren't carrying well. Got it. Okay, so it's the rod that it's on, not necessarily the reel. Okay, I get you. Oh, it's the boosters and stuff. Those went up in price. Fuck, 600 million. This was a 300 million ship. Well, maybe it looks like I'm not running abyssals for a minute, because I didn't make that much money. How much does the kill feed show? Yeah, 459. That's more reasonable than 600. Okay. Let's go do some sites, I guess. And pick up some lures tomorrow. It's 2 foot longer than my Zabco and won't cast much further with the lightweight lures. That makes sense. I get it now. Alrighty. Where do we want to go? Let's head to... Somebody launching fireworks within the Keepstar? Is that what's going on? Yeah, okay. Let's head over to, like, Billy K. Let's see, what are our Ansible? So there's DO6. Let's just set a Dusty real quick. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to have to burn my way to it.
Warp drive active.
All right. I'm going to pick up some lures tomorrow. It has a 40-pound line on it. I'm after a catfish. I want my lure back. Just go, shit, what the fuck do they call that? Oh my god, that came in and out my ears. I can't even. It's not gigging. Noodling. Just go noodling. You can catfish real easy. I'm not noodling if I know it has a lure in its mouth. Alright, good point. Any marks on that? Sig? No.
Warp drive active.
Oh, Lord of Moisture. That is a very cool name, actually. Thank you for the follow, my dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good night. $7 lure. I mean, that's not a cheap lure by any stretch of the mean. Like, $7 on lure is not cheap. Looks like I'm gonna go to 8. Like if I lost a $7 fly, I might be going for a swim, you know. We missed the action earlier. Lord of Moisture. I just barely lost my ship in an abyssal. It's a private 2-acre, like, what is it? Just a giant retention basin that got filled with water and then planted some fish in it. Relic site, perfect. What do we have here? Whoa. Ants, thanks for the sub. I appreciate that. You're awesome. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. Thanks for hanging out, you know. I won't blame you for losing my ship, but I mean, you know, there's more than just me at fault for that one.
Warp drive active.
It's a man-made pond lake with about 6 houses around it. Oh, that's cool. I'm used to it, you know. Are you doing the event sites? No. I actually haven't done any of the event sites, if I'm completely honest. This is just like a follow-up to losing... Oh, somebody's already on this site too. Damn it. He doesn't even know. I could kill him right now. He has no idea. I blame Hippie. You can blame Hippie too. I have to blame Hippie. Yeah, I'm blaming Hippie. I haven't done any of the... I don't think I've done any of the event stuff, period, this time. I just haven't had the time, and then... Where do they have it? Under... It's under this factional campaign, yeah. Yeah, I've done 0. Genolution implants are dropping. Oh, I didn't know that. That makes me sad that I didn't know that. Maybe I should start doing those. What's the difficulty level like? Are they like Dune Havens, or are they pretty hard? Because there was that, was it 1 or 2 events ago? Like the sites were actually pretty difficult. There's a lot of people on this system. I don't think there's going to be any available sites. Yeah. I got a high-grade alpha BP the other day from a site. Pretty nice. Damn. The only really good loot I've gotten from any site was I got a faction damage control, I think. Otherwise, like, my sites are like, the only thing I get from sites is like just the bounty reward. I can do the combat site in a Loki with 246. Oh, okay, so that's not so, yeah. That's not so bad. Grandpa's old Zebco was putting in work today, nice and relaxing, except the lure. What's the weather like right now where you're at, Darth? Is it still pretty cool? It's heating up pretty fast here. So fishing's like, you know, early morning or early evening or late evening, and then you're done within an hour. I don't think I have a Loki fit, but that's not too bad. That means it's doable. High 70s, low 80s. Okay, that's a little bit better than we got. But you have humidity too, so that's one thing that we get away with over here. Nothing. All right.
Warp drive active.
I think the data sites are better if you're just hunting for implants. Well, let's if I find a data site. Giddy up. Bugs were worse than heat. You can get 700 mil drops somewhere regular. Jesus Christ. Why didn't anybody tell me about how lucrative these event sites are? Oh, right. Because nobody I know plays. Okay. Fair enough. Is that what you found, Ents? Damn. That's pretty nice. That's like pee your pants level excitement. My God, there's nothing here. All right, let's jump into it. Let's go to the dead end here. There. See if there's anything this way.
Warp drive active.
Is the agency, guess it doesn't have. I don't want this. I want ESS. No escalations are unavailable. So there's one. I guess I could do this and go a little bit quicker on my. There's nothing out there. Okay. No, whatever. I'll try this next system. I need to get a scale. I pulled a couple bass length in my forearm. Not bad for a small pond. Yeah, man. That's a good day.
Warp drive active.
There we go. See what we get in this one. Maybe we're lucky. Do you live in Stain? I guess you could call it Stain. I don't remember where Hippie's at now. He's in like Texas or something, right? Ooh, this relic site's a little more. Stain is a region in Eve. Down here. It's ugly. Sorry, I know someone with a similar name. Oh, there's a... Yeah. There is another Darth. I've seen that name before, too. He isn't in Texas, so I thought it was Texas that he moved to. Maybe it's just Jeff. You know what helps is if you warp to the thing you just scanned down.
Warp drive active.
Better make sure it's not a sleeper site. Okay. Darth's not an Eve player. He's... Oh. I was on the TCU, wasn't I? Okay. There's Dark Templar. He's been around a little bit, but I don't think you know who he is. All right, let's see what we got here. Come on. Oh, I'm still cloaked. That's why. Let's maybe end that. There we go. 41. Stratios is supposed to be cool, not so limited by its targeting. What have we in this one? suppose. Is there any that I need to avoid? Save my time on that one. Turn that off. Oof. Man, there is not that good a loot in this one. Okay. Now let's do this. This is where Hippie always judges me. It's like, you're a monkey on a keyboard. You need to learn how to do this better. My God. I'm gonna fail this one, I think. Yeah, it's here. I do need to clean out my Zebco. I was lazy and just greased it with axle grease because it. I mean, it works, right? There he is. I'm not gonna kill him. Oof. Got lucky. Man, the rest of these are poop. I don't want to even do them. You gotta be a good sport about it. It's working, but she's a touch grainy from the dirt I didn't clean out. Yeah, I can imagine. Let's do this one that's closer. A touch grainy. It grinds a little bit. Eventually, that'll grind down into just a little bit of dust. It's not a big deal. This guy's name is X-Blow Monkey. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's either here or... Cool. There he is. I was running a light oil on the last time I was using it to gather a lot of dirt. I've heard bar oil actually works pretty well. I've never used it. But one of my dad's close friends swore by using chain bar oil. See what's in this last can. Nothing great. Man. Nope, it's not over here. Down here. There it is. Let's see what's closer to this one. sure I don't get dropped on. Has to be here. I mean, it could be here, but. Nope. There it is. I actually like running a heavier grease because it lasts far longer. I just needed to clean it instead of greasing it and going. Yeah, I think that's why the guy was recommending chain oil, because it's, you know, it's meant for that heavy duty work, so it lasts a while. I also use it on my motorcycle. Let's go to that one. Let's see, I'm an AGG. There's nothing in that one. We're gonna go up. There it is. Last can. Then I guess we'll go up a bit. Get that nice free shield. Boom. Right to it. All right. 4 int. Let's go to 4 int.
Warp drive active.
Get my Stratios killed. Let's do that. It's a nice cheap ship. Let's see, I don't need my passive modules. I don't even know what the DPS in this thing is. I think it's pretty bad. 459. Or 430, 15, 459. Where did I even get that? 435. Counting my drones. So my lasers do 100.
Warp drive active.
Yay. Covers and hammerheads, yeah. Well, I can die like a fool to any other ship. I do have a scram, so I could, you know, I catch a heron or something.
Warp drive active.
Time is... Oh shit, it is way later than I thought it was. You know what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a detour back to base instead of continuing on, because it is way past my bedtime.
Warp drive active.
Let's take the 8S gate and head home. I thought it was 12:30, not 1:30. Where'd the time go? Talking about fishing. Go figure.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, no boss tomorrow, so I can jump on and do a little mining or something in the morning at least. Man. It'll be a long day. Oh wait, tomorrow oh my god, I don't even work tomorrow. I have chores. It's worse than work.
Warp drive active.
I like that it's jumped in to drop that blueprint just to show me like, what's up? I got good shit. Peace.
Warp drive active.
All right. So we did some good ratting. We did some good abyssals earlier. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to. I'm on my mess doing PI. Oh, that's you? Oh, I didn't know that was you. How many abyssals did I get in tonight? Eight or nine, I think. No. Ship should be paid for, I think, with its own.
Warp drive active. Docking request accepted.
Whoops. I am Petus, Diane, Mimus, Diane. Oh. Oops, Diane twice. Need more coffee. Titan. Yeah, nice. Going with the moon names. I dig it. Okay. So, let's drop off all this loot. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Nothing left to do but to sign out. So, thanks guys for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. Lord of Moisture, dude, that name is seriously so cool. I appreciate you showing up, man. Thanks for showing up, following me, and hanging out. I hope to see you again sometime soon. Ants, thanks for chilling. Darth, as always, I love you guys. So, I'll be back on Tuesday with some zombies. Otherwise, I will catch you guys later. Have a good one.